Good evening, people. Hope you are good. Come on to tell you what my next plan is with Bitcoin. We've had a nice pump today and we were in it as a community. I put this out on Monday to our Discord community and got them yeah, to follow me into this nice long trade that I'll show you in just a second. So, yeah, just going to give you some um, areas that I'm interested in. Now, I haven't been on for about a week because I've been moving offices. As you can see, this is my new office, my new trading floor, as it were. So, yeah, very very busy indeed. So, I'm back on the charts as of Monday, 2 days ago. No, one day ago, yesterday, wasn't it? So, I thought I'd come on. Now, I've still got my same short areas. So, we're heading up on this long right now. I'll tell you, if we fall through 80K, 82 to 80K. I'm going to tell you my levels that I'm interested in lower than that, and then also the short trade areas as well that we've got leveled up across the way as we start to work our way up. So yeah, good evening, enjoy the ride. Let's get to the charts. So this is the trade that I put out to the community on Monday. Did a market update in the morning, which we do regularly to the community, so they knew what was in my head. Also gave them a chance to follow as well. So yeah, my idea was, if I go to the 3-day chart, I could see we've obviously let's start from the beginning. Let's get rid of all these. Let's start from the beginning. So what we could see is this previous range value area. Have I still got the setting? Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So as we can see, let's move on to the 8 hour just here. You can see here, we've come down to reclaim this previous value area here with the value area low there. I'll move that down a little bit to match where it actually is on the 3-day chart. Perfect. There we go. Fantastic. So we came down to here originally. Those that have been following my updates, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We had a nice bounce off of this value area high in and around this just here. Here we go. But eventually we fell into this value area, came all the way down to this value area low here to then bounce up. As you can see here, the POC, what's going on here? Here we go. So the POC here, we reclaim that as well. Bosh to here, hit the value area high, failed auction back in, back to retest the POC, and here we go, just here. So I had some thoughts on this, and basically what my thoughts were to take a couple of levels, Fibonacci levels, on this 84 to 85, or 83 to 85 area here. So let's have a look. So I took swing low, swing high, and at the time, we'd slightly front run this 618 on Monday. This is when this was on Monday. So I knew that we'd come down at some point. So if we put the 30-minute chart over here like this, here we go. That's what we were dealing with on Monday. We'd slightly front run that there. So I thought, right, get the Fibonacci up. We've got the golden channel, the platinum pocket in the 702, and also a daily MPOC just here. Now, the daily MPOC actually didn't provide too much support, to be honest, but it came down and tapped the 7.5, which was nice. So we got a nice move from here up to here, and we pretty much wiped the floor with this TP zone as well. So let's get back onto the 4 hour just here. I'll show you my next moves. I would have probably shared this with you guys as well if I would have been on, but it's been busy around here. So far, we've had a 10% move on Bitcoin in the last day. In the last 24 hours, we've had a 10% move. Obviously, the community got this well ahead of time, and it's just brilliant. Just basically, we're just printing money now, which is amazing. So that's that. That's where that one's over. Now, I did think that we may get a area here for a potential short, but we've not had any sort of rejection from here. Why? So let's just get rid of that. Well, we've got a monthly, you can tell here. Let me just move that out of the way. What we've got here, and we've just shot straight through it, to be honest, we've got a monthly and weekly NPOC here. along with this anchored VWAP here. Now, this was great resistance, to be fair. If we weren't making our way up with such ferociousness, then I'd be saying, you know, that's an ideal short. What I was expecting, not a bit of a strong bounce here. What I was expecting was a bounce off here to get to this level here with the anchored V up and the monthly MPOC and the weekly MPOC, and then work our way down here to create a lower low. But we didn't get that. We didn't get that at all. What we actually ended up with is, if we put onto the 15-minute chart, we've actually flipped this level so far anyway, it's looking like. So I didn't enter the short. Told the guys not to enter this short as well. So we flipped it, and it looks like we're working our way higher. So we will stay in this long. We'll leave that short. It's always good to have shorts present, so you can have a look of what you know, some good levels. Because as I say, it was a decent level, to be fair, and we had this previous range value area here as well. So for me, we'll get rid of that. I don't think I'm going to short this. I'll talk about the lower levels first, and then I'll work my way up to the areas that I think are potential for a nice short. So down here, we have actually got a level set here. Let me just move that. That's it. Move that out of the way. Got some levels set here as well that we can see. Why? Well, we've got 2 daily MPOCs. I think I've been over this before. I'm pretty sure I've been over this before in one of my previous videos, but I'll just recap because, as I say, for me, we can come as low as this area here, which is anywhere from 69k to 59k. We can definitely still come there, but it looks as though at the moment we've got a bit of a bounce going on. So we'll have to see how we get on with this. I'll show you what I think's happened here as well, amongst other things. But for me, if we do create a lower high for then a lower low, this is the area I'm interested in next, because we've got liquidity here, we've got 2 daily MPOCs here, and we've got this anchored VWAP here working its way up to this particular area around the 73 to 75k mark. This anchored VWAP's been taken from the beginning of the impulsive move just here. It's only been tapped once here. So a nice move down to tap that bad boy would be absolutely brilliant. Obviously, the stop loss is not going to be there because this is probably going to be within this master zone here. So that's pretty decent. So that's what I've got my eyes on down here. If we get lower, what I noticed today on the coaching call was, let's have a look. I've drawn a channel at the bottom of here to here. Yeah, perfect. To here. Let's bring that to there. What this is showing me is, let's get rid of these fixed ranges. What this is showing me here on the 3 daily chart is we have support, support, support. Good support right now. It's only a trend line, but with other confluences as well. We've got this liquidity here that we could pop down and get come and swipe, but we've got support, 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 support around this area, and that's what we've found support on. So we've reclaimed this range, which is interesting. We've also got resistance here, so it's a very, very well respected channel. So I found that interesting today. So this could be the low. Based on that, this could be the low. That's what everybody's asking. Is that the low? Well, we'll have to see, won't we? Let me just take a volume pull of this whole range from where it started with this impulsive move. Right, okay. Yeah, you can see the POC there. That's fine. Volume nose there. Okay. In terms of the money flow. Well, the money flow is looking semi-healthy. We've obviously lost it just there, and it's starting to slightly arc up there. So at the moment, this could be the bottom. We're hoping it is. It'd be nice to get another leg up for the bull run. I'm still thinking dead cat bounce, which is potentially a weak bounce to here to create a lower high, which I talked about on my previous videos for then creating a lower low and then potentially another high. But we'll have to see. We have to take every single day as it comes, every day as it comes. So we're chilled. We're chilled. And we'll just see how we go on this. So let's pop up to some of the short areas I've got marked out. First short area for me on the 8-hour chart is this area here. It's still, yeah, it's still decent. I'll just cover them. Yeah, it's not financial advice. So we can see here, anchored VWAP from this swing high here, all the way down to here. And what we can see, previous range. That was the first one. That's the one we've just been. This is the one. That's the one. That's the next bit up. Previous range value area. That's the one I was looking at. We've got 2 daily MPOX and we've got the anchored VWAP from the top of here as well. So I think this is going to be a nice, decent area. I'll show you from a 3-day point of view. So there's the first one in and around the 94K mark. Then we've got one up here at the 100K mark because we've got some decent confluence around there as well. And of course, we've got the one at 105, which incorporates this previous range value area, which on the 4-hour looks pretty decent. So yeah, I mean, at the moment, we're looking pretty strong. We'll just have to see where we're going. So let's have a quick look at what that range is saying there. If we can reclaim this bad boy. This is what I love about crypto. You just, yeah, that's at 108. You never really know what's going to happen from day to day. I mean, for us to get a pump as much as this one here today, it's just out of nowhere. Absolutely out of nowhere. Absolutely out of nowhere. So obviously we worked our way up fairly quickly on this one just here. Consolidated. Bit of a Bart Simpson pattern. Lost it. Now, the faster that it falls, the faster it goes back up. Obviously, we had this here, which is why we got our volatile move down there. But obviously, we've had the volatile move. There's no resistance. There's no previous resistance or support. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It's what I said on my Monday update yesterday. There's no resistance here at all. So that's why we've had the big move up here. But obviously, we're facing some resistance and liquidity around this area now. So we've got to decide, are we breaking to higher? Another one that I had on, which I always find really helpful, is the parallel channel, not that one. Where are you? I think I've deleted it. Let's have a look. Let's draw it on again. So we go from the bottom of here all the way to the top of here. And that gives us a nice move here. And that's what we've hit here. We've hit the 0.2. I like this 0.25 range, 0.25, 0.5, and then 0.75 here because it's nice. If we bring that along to here as well. Perfect. Yeah, that's how it was before I deleted it. So we've come down to this range here. Support, broke through, retest as resistance. I actually like this better. Let me rejig this just here. I like this one better. There, that's the one I like. That's the one I like. So we've come down to this zone here, bounced off, consolidated above, finally lost it, retested to the dollar, rejected, lower high, wasn't strong enough to retest it again, all the way down to here. And obviously we're consolidating around this 50% up to the 7.5. That's what it's held support on, all the way down to the 2.5 here perfectly. And now I believe we're coming up to test this high here up at the 94K mark, pretty much to the dollar, to be fair. So yeah, it was nice to see that bounce perfectly off of the 0.25 to reclaim the 5.0 straight through the 7.5 here on the charts. Sometimes it's nice just to keep it nice and basic, and just have your 0.25 levels all set out, and then you can trade the range. So yeah, there may be a short in and around the 94K area because we have also got a previous range value area as well. So if we can't reclaim that previous value area low, swing failure pattern, coming to get that liquidity there, straight back into the range again. Nice failed to auction above the range, and then obviously we're going to make our way down to the bottom of the range, come and take that liquidity. And then possibly there's some scenarios for you there, some scenarios. But yeah, hope that helps. I will be making sure that I'm popping on, giving you guys regular updates. Do let me know if there's any coins you'd like me to look at. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I'm off for my tea now. Have a lovely evening. Speak to you soon.